Guys, welcome to another edition of Madden Underground Playoff Action Season 2 Super Bowl action, man. My name is Black Fence alongside Philly Guy, and Philly Guy, man. Season 2 finally coming to a close here. Got a great matchup between VA Dimes and the Bengals and San Francisco 49ers and Huncho Hodges. How are you feeling for this Super Bowl, Philly?
Man, I'm feeling excited, and I can't lie, man. I bleed AFC, so I know you in the NFC, and you see right there, you see that Bengals helmet is so much bigger than that 49ers helmet, and that should let you know who I think is going to win and dominate this game today.
Hey, and it must be an indication of our commissioner ones and twos, Brian James, also, siding with the AFC as we got B Guard in the chat. Appreciate it, B Guard. We'll definitely get that changed up. But again, Super Bowl action here. Again, this is the last game of season 2. So very excited to see. Again, Huncho Hodges having himself a great playoff run as he was able to beat Illuminati to get here to the Super Bowl, also beating Landova 21-0, skunking him to make it to the Super Bowl. Then in the first round, beating the Falcons 56-7. VA Dimes is rolled to the Super Bowl, beating the commish Brian James 32-10, beating Taylor May 27-24, and then finally beating Diggs 42-23. So Philly Guy, obviously, these two guys are extremely talented, extremely good here. But I know you're riding with the AFC, and it looks like you're on Team VA Dimes here for this particular matchup, correct?
Well, yeah, but it's not just because he's in the AFC. It's because he just got superstars on defense. And how do I know this? I know it because we had an opportunity to take a look and see who regressed, who actually improved. And I saw VA Dimes and those Bengals come away with some defensive players. So this young man has some new toys to play with in this Super Bowl season 2 of Madden Underground.
Yeah, we saw it in the Discord. VA Dimes adamant saying, "Hey, commish, let's advance. We want to see those superstars light up," and light up they did. Some new toys that VA Dimes, like you mentioned, getting Logan Wilson mid-zone KO pick artist, getting Chidobe Awuzie deep out zone KO pick artist, and of course Trey Hendrickson having that strip specialist and reach elite. Something that you don't see too often, but again, we've seen Dimes do those adjustments. We see the last game, $326 coming down that crossfire 3 press and adjusting, shutting down Diggs completely or slowing them down completely. But interesting decision with the strip specialist and reach elite Philly. What do you make of that particular adjustment that we don't see too often in Madden 23?
Well, I mean, I think when you talk about what he was able to do in the AFC Championship, he was able to force 2 turnovers that were critical, and so he's going to have to get his hands on this quarterback, and that's what he's looking for. He's looking to create some turnovers, so it's going to be an exciting game to watch, and Honcho is no slouch, so we're going to see if those superstars on defense play off for VA Dimes.
Yeah, and again, Huncho having himself a litany of abilities as well. Justin Herbert, as you see, taking snaps under this gun here. George Kittle, Justin Jefferson. Adam Thielen doesn't have abilities, but he is a factor from time to time. So we're definitely got to see if he becomes a factor in this game here. So 2nd and 10 right here. Ball at the 47-yard line. Justin Herbert is going to take the snap here, and that's going to be a pass right outside to the 47-yard line. Nothing doing. 3rd and 9. Huncho running this Washington Commanders gun bunch offense that we also see Diggs run as well. So again, bunch on bunch action as Herbert's going to uncork that one, and that's going to be an interception right early on in this Super Bowl. VA Dimes able to make a huge play right there, and just like that, Dimes is in control of this game, Philly.
Yeah, I really don't like what Huncho did there. He had a wide open running lane, and you got to take what the defense gives to you. Throwing into coverage is not the way to go. VA Dimes with the early interception, forced turnover, and an opportunity to take the lead in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and again, that was Anderson making the play right there. Anderson making so many plays for VA Dimes. We've seen on a 4th down, swat down, turnover on downs, interceptions left and right. So definitely a guy that you got to watch on the defensive side for Dimes, as we're going to see Dimes come out here on offense, running this spread offense that he's been running for years. So tough to stop if you're not ready for it. We've seen it the trio offset week. That's been his bread and butter, Philly, with that RPO bubble and just also mixing in the run game with the read option and outside zone as well.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about it, you know about it because you run the same playbook, but it's one of those things, it's just basic football. What are you going to give up and what are you going to take away? And that's really what I want to see from Honcho as he gets his first opportunity on defense. What is he willing to give up and what is he going to take away?
Yeah, and let's see what he's going to be able to give up. And speaking of give up, that's a big play that you don't want to do too often. Tyler Boyd out there on that bubble pass. We've seen Tyler Boyd absolutely go crazy last game against Dick, having himself a few touchdowns. So again, let's see if he can repeat that performance. As we're going to get a handoff to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon able to break some tackles right there. Human joystick ability on Joe Mixon. So you cannot sleep on this man because that guy will make you miss, not only with just regular stick work, but also with those moves. And speaking of moves, nice moves right there. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Just like that, VA Dimes seem to be really efficient so far on this first drive.
Yeah, he's looking really good. And if you had a chance to look, Honcho is trying to mask his zones using that man align, and it's not working because he's giving up numbers in the box. VA Dimes able to run his offense to perfection for the first down.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Illuminati, we see you again. That Packers representative T. James in the chat as well. Yes, our league is currently working again. Like Bgar mentioned, we did get lucky with this. So again, very fortunate to be able to stream this for you guys and for our competitors to be able to play. So hopefully, all leagues start to work here in the near future. But in the meantime, we got to focus on this one as we got first and 10 here for 37-yard line. VA Dimes, Joe Mixon once again. 41-yard line gain of 4 right there. And something we mentioned last game, Philly, Dimes is cool with taking 3 yards to the cloud of dust, 4 yards here, 3 yards here. There's not a lot of big plays that Dimes is looking to get time and time again, but we know just as well as anybody, he will lull you to sleep with these plays, as we see right here. Only a loss of 1 on that particular one, but he will lull you to sleep and then hit you with something deep once you're slacking.
Yeah, and I think on that play, he was just checking to see what it was that Honcho was running so he can have that big play either on this drive or later in the game, like you mentioned.
Yeah, shout out to Cal Bear in the chat. Shout out to S Mark in the chat saying he got Dimes. And Dimes does have a first down right there. Joe Burrow, 3 for 3, 22 yards on the day here. Again, shout out to Cal Bear coming through, man. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming out. It's going to get a first down and 10 here. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter of action. Again, another handoff to Joe Mixon. And that's going to be a gain of 6 this time for Joe Mixon. And again, like you mentioned, Philly, no hesitation with running the ball. Again, we see Honcho trying to do everything in his power to slow down the run, but just not effective too much. Again, VA Dimes having 4 yards, 5 yards every single time he hands it off right here.
Yeah, and as we see him audible out of that formation, I mean, he's going to get what he wants running the football against this dollar formation. The question is, what is Honcho going to be able to do when they start running out of real estate and he has to make a goal line stand?
Yeah, because right now, these adjustments that Honcho is doing, he is trying, but unfortunately not able to do much. As again, there goes that bubble play again. Tyler Boyd, first down to the 18-yard line. And again, this is the thing about Dimes that you have to pay attention to. If you commit too much into man-to-man, he can run the ball. And if you commit too few defenders over there, you're going to give up a bubble or some kind of screen pass. And again, Honcho is making the adjustments. He's trying everything possible, but it seems like Dimes is once again one step ahead of his opponent here. As we're going to get a first down here at the 18-yard line. Dimes coming out in that gun doubles offset here, going normal Y off here. Looks like a jet touch pass, and it is. That's going to be Jamar Chase. Nothing doing this time. Honcho's defense able to answer the bell right there. 2nd and 14 after a loss of 4 right there.
Yeah, that was a great stop on first down. And we all pretty much could see it was coming. But this is where Honcho has an opportunity to try to control this game by holding VA Dimes to 3 or forcing a turnover.
Yeah, see if he can hold right there. And that time, not able to hold. That's another new addition to VA Dimes Arsenal. T. Higgins right there having that matchup nightmare. And just like that, down to the 1-yard line. First quarter of action coming to a close right here in this Super Bowl for season 2. all zeros, all bagels right now. So nothing doing yet. But hopefully VA Dimes is able to punch it in and score. Or will Hunch will be able to force a turnover here and take control of this game? Let's find out here. First and goal at the 1-yard line. 6 minutes left to go. Second quarter of action here. Huncho making some adjustments here, shifting his line right there. That doesn't matter. VA Dimes is able to punch that in, and just like that, Dimes striking first blood in this Super Bowl, going up 6-0, pending the extra point. And the kick is going to be up, and the kick is going to be good. So just like that, Philly Dimes first drive, very, very effective. Heavy dose of Mixon, heavy dose of Boyd right there, able to make a lot of movement right there and able to punch it in.
Yeah, and I actually thought we were going to see Honcho change his defense there. Maybe give Dimes a little something else to think about, maybe go and cover that bubble himself. But he's got the ball back. Let's see if he learned from his mistake on his first drive and gets an opportunity to put some points on the board.
Yeah, once again, through that interception, that costly interception, and Anderson able to make a play on that one, throwing it into double coverage. Let's see what Dimes has in store. Again, last time he came out on the field was running this crossfire 3 press, and let's see if he's able to do that again as Huncho runs out of time right there. And that's going to be DJ Reader, who showed up for Dimes in a big way last game, Philly, able to make a sack on that one for 2nd and 17.
Yeah, that was a big play. And what we're seeing right now is what I expected from Honcho on his first drive. He usually calls gun bunch and then he audibles into gun tight. And I feel like that's really what's going to give him an advantage because Dimes is setting his defense specifically for bunch. And by audibling, Honcho has an opportunity to make some completions and move the ball.
That time, Danny Gray on the completion right there on that short route right there. Great read right there as Herbert's going to go all the way down the field. And that's going to be a first down right there for Jettas, Justin Jefferson. Big play right there. First down and 10 right there for Huncho Hodges as we're going to see 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Going to adjust to this gun tight like Philly mentioned. And Justin Herbert going to drop back here, going to take a one-on-one shot. That's going to be George Kittle right there. Comes down with that one. Interesting animation right there. And just like that, Huncho down to the 12-yard line. Get up there. Mossing that defender right there. George Kittle making huge plays, Philly.
Yeah, you would have thought he would have taken the check down, but he is really playing aggressive on this drive. You got to hope that it pays off, though, because now this is where you're going to make your money.
Yeah, let's see if he can make that money here. 2nd and 5 right here by Mitchell here. That's something that you got to pay attention to as well. Even though Mitchell doesn't have X factors, he's a big part of this offense that makes Huncho go here as we're going to get it down to the 7-yard line here. It's going to be interesting to see if he goes to George Kittle having that red zone threat. Also has red zone threat on Justin Jefferson. So plenty of options here. And he's going to get an interception right there. That's going to be Johnson on the pick right there. It's going to be a pick 6. Nobody's going to be able to catch him right there. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, pick 6, VA Dimes. And just like that, 2-possession game for VA Dimes right there, Philly.
Yeah, it was really disappointing. I think that Honcho definitely should have audibled back into his tight formation. He could have ran the counter. He could have done something else in that situation. But he chose to try to be aggressive, and it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, you see, Cal Bear in the chat spamming those VA Dimes emails, so we already know who he's representing here. Again, Antonio Johnson, free safety number 27, able to make the play right there. Doesn't have anything like pick R's, but has recuperation. So again, making huge plays for VA Dimes. Is going to get 23 down to the 23-yard line. 3 minutes left to go. So Philly, obviously Super Bowl pressure, lights are bright here. Again, the difference between, a lot of money winning this and a little bit of money, do we start to see Huncho panic a little bit? The lights may be too bright for him. What do you think so far is going through his mind right now?
No, I think he's fine. I think he's been in this situation before. We've seen him in this situation before. I think right now, he's really trying to figure out what it is that he wants to do. He hasn't really been running the football. He's really trying to probe and figure out this coverage. And I think if he goes back to, audibling into different formations and possibly running the football, then he won't end up getting sacked like this because it's just too easy for VA Dimes when he knows that you're going to pass.
And that's Logan Wilson. We talked about him before, having those abilities, those superstar abilities for VA Dimes. That time on the pressure right there, coming through untouched. 2nd and 21 here, as we're going to get a timeout right here. Let's see who the call is going to be on. And I believe that looks like VA Dimes called the timeout right there. So Dimes only having one timeout left in this half. And again, Huncho taking that delay of game two on the first down here. So again, 2nd and 21, not looking too good for Huncho. Let's see if he can fix his mistakes here, as we're going to see the stadium factors come into play here. That's going to be nerves right here. And just like that, that's going to be another sack for Logan Wilson. 3rd and 28. And right now, Philly, this is getting ugly for Huncho if he doesn't figure out something soon.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting this type of pressure. And VA Dimes has been able to get to him way faster than he expected. And unfortunately, he's holding on to the ball too long. Dimes knows it. And he's going to have to punt this ball and hope that he can make a Super Bowl saving stop on defense.
Yeah, and again, not looking too good for Huncho. And like I mentioned, it may be the case of just doing too much, or it could be a case of the lights being too bright here, as he's going to punt the ball away here. 2 minutes left to go in the game here, and keeps it inbound. So not the best decision right here, as we're going to see Hutchinson take the ball right here. He gets down to the 46-yard line. Dimes taking over on offense here. So again, let's talk about this real quick, Philly. Dimes has been looking extremely prolific. Again, looking like the Dimes that we're used to a couple of seeing. Huncho is making some adjustments, but unfortunately, those adjustments aren't necessarily working, as we're going to get a handoff to Joe Mixon right here. Joe Mixon fighting, thought that was going to break loose right there. Only gain of 3 right there, but Huncho seems to be doing everything that he can to slow down this offensive attack by VA Dimes, but it seems like Dimes is one step ahead of him once again, and in cruise control right now.
Yeah, I mean, as you see, Honcho finally decided to shoot the gap. I mean, he had his linebacker spread wide. He's giving VA Dimes everything that he wants in order to run the football. And Dimes is really just going to, use up all the clock because he's getting the ball back at halftime. So he's not feeling any pressure right now. He's just going to execute and run his offense smoothly, trying to get 3. And if he can get 7, it might be GG's.
Yeah, and as Dimes takes his final timeout right here, so 31 seconds left to go. Let's see if Dimes can double dip the chip. TG in the chat saying Bengal scheme is too cold. Yes, it is. That's the power of that spread offense. It's pass balance if you're playing Madden Ultimate Team, but in Regs it's called the spread playbook. So again, that's if you're looking for what book it is, that's what he's running here. 31 seconds to go. 3rd and 9 for VA Dimes. You see him making some adjustments to this tight slot open here, as pressure's going to come in, and down goes Burrow right there. 4th and 18 for VA Dimes here. Let's see if he calls a timeout right here. Does not call a timeout here. Hunter deciding to let the clock run right here. And let's see what ends up being the case here, as we got 10 seconds left to go in the half. And it looks like Dimes is content with just taking one shot and calling it good for the half here. 3, 2, and does snap it right here. So Burrow going to take a shot right here. 1-on-1. That's going to be intercepted right here. Try to go to chase right there. And Thomas able to make something happen. Makes the defender miss, but the defender is able to make a tackle right there. And just like that, first half of action comes to a close right here in this Super Bowl Xbox size season 2. VA Dimes 14, Huncho 0. So, what do you like so far from VA Dimes so far out of the first half, Philly?
Well, I think I liked everything except for that last drive. I mean, he definitely was way too conservative, let too much time run off of the clock. But he's winning. He looks like he's in complete control of this game. And we don't know what would have happened if Huncho would have used one of his 2 timeouts. Maybe he gets the interception, or maybe he gets the ball back and gets an opportunity to put some points on the board. But he's going to have to figure out what, again, he wants to give VA Dimes. Right now, he's giving him the run. I don't know why he's doing that, but something's going to have to change if he wants to get Dimes into long passing situations.
Let me know in the chat, would you have taken the timeout right there if you're Huncho, or would you have let the clock run again, knowing that VA Dimes gets the ball at half? Let me know in the chat. Do you take the timeout? Let me get a 1 for yes, and let me get a 2 for no here, as we got 1st and 10 right here. Mixon not doing much right here. Finally getting the stop here. It looks like Huncho deciding to go with this dollar formation right here, able to make a stop in the backfield right here. So no gain on the play here. Dimes coming back out in this trio offset week here. 2nd and 10. Patrick Queen on the tackle on that last play. Joe Burrow mixing out some orders right here. Let's see if he does hand it to Mixon. Looks like he's going to motion a receiver over to the right side. That's going to be Jamar Chase. And Burrow gets flipped up in the air right there. That could have been dangerous and almost a fumble. 3rd and 8 for VA Dimes, but dangerous living right there, Philly. That could have been really bad.
Yeah, I mean, you see that Honcho definitely has some pressure. So, he's ready for the passes. He's forcing VA Dimes to take the check down. But like you mentioned, that's exactly what he wants to do with this offense. He wants to get the 3 yards. If he can get more, that's great. But he's in no pressure, and he calmly gets this first down.
Yeah, great find right there underneath. Again, running that verticals play. Joe Mixon out there in the flat. Nobody home until too late. And then by that point, it was a first down already as VA Dimes has got a fresh set of downs right here. Going to that bunch open set. Mixon making some moves right there. Couldn't make that defender mix right there. Great user skill right there and user tackling by Huncho. That's going to be Jesse Bates, his 3rd tackle on the game so far. So 2nd and 1 right here. Dimes looking completely in control of this game. Huncho desperately needs a stop to stay alive in this game. And let's see if we can get a stop here as we're going to have 3:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter. VA Dimes looks like he's going to auto back to this gun bunch open set here. And that's going to be Mixon once again. First down Mixon, gain of 5 right there. And again, VA Dimes just seemingly taking his time, reading the defense, and seemingly making the right decision time and time again right there, Philly.
Yeah, you love to see it. I mean, he's waiting for Honcho to set up his defense, and then he's audibling out and just running the ball from the opposite direction. Nothing too complicated, nothing too fancy. And, again, Honcho has to decide what it is that he wants to take away. And right now, he's giving Dimes the run, and he's leaving it up to the computer to defend that bubble screen. So,
yeah, and again, first down and 10, and we've seen this again out of the Diggs game. If you take away one option, there's another option waiting for you. And again, it's so tough to stop this particular RPO play because there's so much that you could give up. So you got to pick a decision. That time, unfortunately, he chose wrong there, giving up the ball, giving up the bubble screen to Tyler Boyd right there. And we're going to see a sack right there by Davis Gaither right there. 2nd and 13. Dimes didn't want to give up the ball. Neither did he want to throw the bubble right there. Try to take off a Burrow in that instance, and that time not working for him right there.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Finally seeing a little bit more man coverage from Honcho. And, that time he took away the run, the pass, the bubble, just couldn't force a turnover. But if he can keep this up, he may have some success and possibly, just possibly, get that ball back.
And well, unfortunately, not going to get the ball back doing that right there as Joe Mixon goes on that swing pass, 3rd and inches. And again, this is what I was talking about, Philly. When you watch Dimes on film, there's certain passes and certain plays that he will do out of certain sets. And again, if you're not paying attention, if you're too busy making so many adjustments, you're not going to pay attention. You're going to give up something big. And that time he gave up a big swing pass. And this time, a first down right here as we're going to get 1st and goal here at the 9-yard line. But again, like you mentioned, Philly, this is just simple football, reading the defense, taking his time, making the right calls. And we're seeing it time and time again. VA Dimes able to convert first down after first down with, little to no trouble at all.
Yeah. And, you wonder, as Brian James talked about the adjustment to the adjustment, you wonder how much scouting did Honcho do? What is he really trying to take away? We've seen him in the middle of the field. He hasn't been playing on anybody else for the most part. So it'd be really interesting to find out what it was from his preparation for this game that he was so worried about that he's been giving up the run the way that he has.
Yeah, and again, we talked about that, like you mentioned, adjustment to the adjustment, film study, film prep, abilities, before you start the game, when you get into the game, where personnel are on the field. And again, Dimes this is the difference right here, as we're going to get a hit on Joe Burrow here, 3rd and goal. That could have been intercepted right there, had his defender got off the block right there. But again, we're seeing Dimes, seeing what Hunter wants to do. It looks like he's sticking with this man coverage, this cover zero look. And it seemed like time and time again, Dimes has got the answer. This time, not having much of an answer, but still in a position to take himself up 3 scores here with 1 minute left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part is that, Honcho knows he's up against the clock. We know Dimes is going to milk this. He's going to kick the field goal. He's in absolutely no rush. He's dominated time of possession in this game. He's pretty much gotten everything that he's wanted. And so, right now it's really going to be up to Honcho to decide how he wants to call this next drive, because he has to figure something out. He has to move down the field quickly, and he has to figure a way to get back in this game and try to win this Super Bowl.
Yeah, you got to do something here. You don't want to get blanked out in the Super Bowl. You did all this work. You beat all these great opponents and great teams. And you gotta have something to show for it here. So again, let's see what exactly Huncho can do right here. As we got Juszczyk return the kick here, 26-yard line. So again, has all these star players. Let's see if we can make something happen here. Again, like you mentioned, coming out in this gun bunch set, then audibles to tight. So let's see if he again decides to change it up a little bit, go a little bit more up tempo, or does he decide to kind of do the status quo here as Dimes comes back out in that dollar set again? Been running that crossfire 3 press and mixing it up from here, as we're going to have Mitchell, and that's going to be 2nd and 4 here. 3rd quarter coming to a close right here. It doesn't look like he's going to get another snap off here. So put your 4s up in the chat here. Total domination right now from Dimes, 17-0. Huncho with the ball here to start the 4th quarter here. Will VA Dimes come out a Super Bowl winner again? Does the Dimes era start back up again? Or will Huncho somehow, some way pull off the upset? Let's find out here, as we're going to get 2nd and 4. 6 minutes left to go in the game for season 2 here. And looks like Herbert is going to take the snap here. It's going to throw a corner route. That's going to be Thielen. We haven't called his name all game long. And big play just like that. 1st down and 10 for Huncho Hodges here. Going to go a little up tempo here. Has no choice at this point. And Herbert going to take his drop back right here. Looking. Has a guy wide open. Corner out once again. Out of bounds right there. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be Danny Gray right there. But these mistakes that happen, with your receivers, really, you cannot have in these type of situations right here.
No, you absolutely cannot. And so, we're seeing him play a little bit more up tempo. He's audibling, he's making good decisions with the football, but it's looking like it's probably going to be too little, too late, as Dimes gets the early break up there, and we got a critical 3rd and 10 coming up.
Looks like that was that deep out KO coming into play right there. Again, that's why you get those superstar abilities, especially in franchise. You see the big impacts that they're making here time and time again for VA Dimes on both sides of the ball right here, as we're going to get 3rd and 10 action for Justin Herbert and company. Let's see if Huncho can make something happen. Get some kind of points here, as we're going to get a check down here to Mitchell. He gets upended. 4th and inches for Huncho. Got to convert this one, as Mitchell unable to get that one, sent flying in the air here. 4 for 28 in the air for Mitchell here, as Herbert is going to take the step back right here. Completion pass to Justin Jefferson. 1st down here at the 25-yard line. Gain of 10. Nice game, but still got to keep it going here. And again, got to score quick, get a stop, score quick again. And once again, to get a stop here, as we're going to take Herbert, and dangerous pass right there, throwing into traffic. That's going to be Danny Gray dropping the football right there. But again, can't afford too many mistakes like this right here, Philly, especially, again, needing 3 possessions to come at least tie the game here.
Yeah, luckily the clock stops when you pass the football, but I thought he was going to take the read coming across the middle on the underneath route, especially since the blitz was coming from the right side. He chose not to. You just got to hope that he continues to make smart reads, good reads, and it doesn't look like he's really trying to do anything outside of running the same plays, hasn't given Dimes anything else to think about. So hopefully he'll catch a break here and be able to get a completion for a 1st down.
Yeah, he has no choice here. It's pretty simple as that. As George Kittle is going to get the completion right here, 4th and 4 here. So again, Gotta have this one. Gotta have something to show for it in this Super Bowl. Work too hard to not do anything here. So Justin Herbert, ooh, dangerous pass right there. Able to complete that one. George Kittle saving him right there. 4th and 10, 13-yard line. Let's see what Herbert decides to dial up this time. Going to take the snap back. Looks like verticals. And that looks like it's going to be a touchdown. So finally, Huncho getting on the board here with a touchdown pass to George Kittle. And just like that, going to be now a 17-7 ball game here, pending the extra point, and the kick is up. And the kick is going to be good. But Huncho, a little bit of life right here, but it still has a long way to go to at least tie this game right here, Philly.
Yeah, you gotta admire what it would be like to have a George Kittle on your team. I mean, that was a critical fourth down conversion, and then he's able to make the catch. He's come up big in this Super Bowl. Would have liked to see Honcho try to get him the ball more, but right now he has an opportunity to take advantage if Dimes decides to try to be conservative. He's got all 3 of his timeouts left. We know he's going to have to do an onside kick at some point, but if he can actually go back to that man defense and figure out a way to stop Dimes from getting a first down without using timeouts, he may be back in business.
Yeah, he may just be. So again, we got to see what his defense can do. Again, Nick Bosa is on this field, Patrick Queen is on the field. So you got to imagine those guys got to step up right here, right now. And just like that, they are stepping up right there. It's going to be Patrick Queen on the tackle against Joe Mixon right there, 2nd and 10. Like you mentioned, doesn't have to necessarily use timeouts right now. But if Dimes keeps converting, we'll just might have to, unfortunately. So again, let's see what happens here. 2nd and 10 for VA Dimes here. And looks like he's going to be all out here. Looks like it's going to be a normal Y offset here. And it's going to motion out Joe Mixon, swing pass here, decides to check it down. And that's going to be a 3rd and inches right there. Thought that was going to be a first down based off the rollover. That's going to be Thomas right there with the catch, also having a superstar ability. Only has second win, so again, not too much of a game impact, but still another ability. As unfortunately for us, we are experiencing a commercial right now. So I guess we're going to have to see what exactly happens right here. But again, there's Dimes has been looking so prolific on offense, Philly, time and time again. And, hopefully Huncho got to stop right here, because otherwise this might be a GG's officially in the chat.
Yeah, it definitely came to fruition. Dimes got him to move on that halfback swing pass, and it looks like he was successful in getting the first down, but we're not at that 2-minute warning yet. And so it looks like Honcho's going to have an opportunity to make another play, but it just won't be until after the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and again, 2nd and 8, Dimes does not have to do anything, can just let the clock drip, get to the 2-minute warning, and then just take it over from there. So that looks like the plan that Dimes is going to do. So 2 minutes left to go in this Super Bowl of action. Can Dimes close it out, or will Huncho find some way, somehow, to come up with some life here and get a big stop or a turnover? Let's see what the answer is going to be here. 2nd and 8 right here for VA Dimes, comes on that doubles offset week here. And it's going to be seeing if Dimes goes with a jet touch pass or one of these orbit motion plays here that spread has. And looks like it's going to be a normal Y offset here. So this might be a jet touch pass. Ends up being quick base here. And Joe Mixon down to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of 1. But again, time is ticking right here, and Huncho needs a stop right here, right now, Philly.
Yeah, he's rolling the dice. I mean, this is the make or break it play for him right here, choosing not to use timeouts. If he can get a stop here, then he may have an opportunity to put some points on the board and possibly either kick it deep or maybe go for the onside kick.
That time, VA Dimes burning a timeout right there. 2 timeouts left for Dimes here. 1:18 left to go in this fourth quarter of action here. You see Huncho coming out in this dollar DB fire here, trusting the dollar here, as Dimes is going to do a jet touch pass to Jamar Chase, able to waste a little bit of time right here. 4th and 10 right here. And I'm very interested to see if Huncho decides to take a timeout here. Elects not to take a timeout right here, as the clock is definitely not your friend right now. You got 30 seconds and counting here left to go in the game right here. So very interesting decision not to give himself a little bit more time here, as again, Dimes doesn't have to do anything. Just let the clock drip, tick, tick, tick. 15 seconds left to go on the play clock right here. and now going to go to 10 right here. Again, interesting decision with no timeout right here for Huncho, as we're going to have 5 seconds left to go here. And it looks like Dimes might take a timeout right here. And he does. Second timeout for Dimes. I'm trying to understand the strategy right here, Philly. No timeout on this fourth down right here. Let the clock drip all the way down to 35 seconds. And we know Huncho doesn't move the ball super deep like that in an instant, similar to like how Diggs would do. So interesting strategy not to call at least a timeout right there.
Yeah, it was just one mistake of many. I mean, he definitely should have taken a timeout. Dimes was not going to do anything on that fourth down, but let the clock tick. And so, Honcho decided to call his bluff, but he wasn't bluffing. He wanted that clock to run. And it looks like Honcho is conceding.
Wow.
And so, this is an interesting decision that he made, and maybe that's part of the reason why he decided not to call the timeout. But
Wow.
yeah, I mean, that's it. That's ball game. So looks like those Cincinnati Bengals and the Lombardi Trophy is staying in the AFC. We got
Yeah.
ourselves a winner.
Yeah, two back-to-back championships for the AFC. So again, congratulations to VA Dime season 2 champion and the Cincinnati Bengals for winning the Super Bowl and season 2. Again, shouts to Huncho for a great game right there, unable to come up big right there. And just like that, that's gonna be ball games. GG's in the chats right there. I see the chat kind of going crazy right here. Vigar with the bruh. T Dot saying tough, and Cal Barrett talking, saying, man said I can't get an onside and folded right there. But again, Dimes back to back, just had his number all game long, staying one step ahead of him.
Mhm.
And again, looks like Huncho just had no answers right there. Are you kind of shocked right there, to be honest, Philly? Let's get your honest take here. You do all this work to make it to the Super Bowl, and again, we understand the difference between AFC and NFC players. As we got Brian James here, I'm gonna get his opinion on this too. But to just take a knee and not even give yourself a chance to fight at the very least. Are you shocked that this was the result, or were you expecting a little bit more fight out of Huncho right there?
Well, I'm sure that Brian James is going to disagree, but I will say that I was shocked. You're representing the NFC, so everybody else is in the chat. They're in spectator mode. They had an opportunity to get there and do something different, but they obviously didn't get it done. And I think, at whatever point he accepted his fate, he decided that that was the best way to go out. Personally, I don't agree with it, but again, he's in that situation. It's his call. He's representing his conference, his team, and he's not coming away empty-handed. So, it's not like he's taking any L's here. He's still gonna make out and be able to make it rain on New Year's Eve.
All right, let's get the commission here, Brian James, man. Let's talk about the game. Like, let me get your thoughts on the game, and I guess how the game ended here for Huncho and VA Dimes.
The game went how we expected it to go. How I expected it to go. I thought Honcho was, if anybody in NFC could beat Dimes, it would only be Honcho. Yeah, Honcho is the best in the NFC. He's proven that. He's proven he's the best. He was almost here last year. JB knocked him off in the championship. But yeah, Honcho is the best in the NFC. He's going to be in the NFC Championship again next season and the season after that. That is if EA allows us to have next season and a season after that, the way the servers are crashing. But no, he's Honcho is definitely a great player. Him taking a knee at the end of the game, it wasn't much more he could do. Most people would say fight to the end, but there you also have the samurai way of going out to just falling on your sword, and I think that's what he did. He ended his own misery, but he didn't jump, he didn't pull the plug, he didn't rage quit. So that's to be respected. He used the chew clock, or he took a knee and was like, you know what, you got me, So he surrendered, and I respect that. He didn't quit. He didn't do anything. He didn't pull any sucker moves, nothing like that. But Honcho is the best in the NFC. Now, when it comes to the AFC, it's a totally different ball game because anybody in the AFC, maybe not anybody, but there's a lot of people in the AFC that could go into the NFC and possibly make it to the NFC Championship, and but congratulations to Honcho. Definitely congratulations to Dimes. Dimes definitely took his game to another level when it was necessary. We missed this version of Dimes. I know I've missed watching him play like this. He's been airing it out. It is what it is. But he said rooting for someone else in your conference is beta energy. I can't get behind. Shut up. But Big got ridiculous. We got ridiculous. But no. Dimes just said, he told me in my DMs, Nasty Dimes is back. Nasty Nas is back. The Thanos is back. All the nasty stuff you could think of. The versions of Dimes that you guys used to fear, used to hate. It's back. As you can see, the offense is back. I love the offense. It was like, because that offense is hard to stop. You can't. You're either gonna stop the run or you're gonna stop the bubble. If you can't stop the bubble, then you can't. If you stop the bubble, then the run's open. If you stop the run, then the bubble's open. If you stop both, then he's audible out probably, and he's hitting you with the swing pass. And then if you prepare for that, then if the swing pass is covered, then somebody's open deep. So it's kind of like pick your poison. The scheme is immaculate. He played an immaculate game. He had an immaculate season, and kudos to Dimes, man. But I will say, of the few people that beat Dimes this year, I was one of them. I didn't beat him when it mattered, but there's always next season. Yeah, and I don't know if anybody knows how scary his team is now. That's the thing. Yeah. Like, going into next season, him having this team that he has now, if he's able to maintain, I don't know how his salary cap is looking, but if he's able to maintain this, then it could be crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Snipes in the building too, man. We definitely miss you in the booth, brother. Hope you're doing well out there.
Everybody is signed.
Everybody is signed. Oh man, so it's gonna be interesting for y'all AFC cats. Rooting for y'all out there as y'all.
Well, I mean, you can say that tongue in cheek, Black Phoenix, but let's talk about what's really happening here. Season 1. Brian James beats Diggs. Diggs wins the Super Bowl.
I may be a lucky charm, bro.
Season 2. Brian James beats Dimes. Dimes wins the Super Bowl. So if Brian James beats you, then you should be considered a Super Bowl contender. But only if you're in the AFC. Only if you're in the AFC.
Yeah. NFC, it was supposed to happen. But if the AFC... Now,
anything is possible. Anything is possible.
No, but hey, Honcho is still walking away with some bread. Dimes is walking away with $700. So it's like that's good money going into New Year's Eve weekend, bro. Like, that's some good money. I don't know what him and the wife he got planned, but if it was me and my significant other, she would be oiled up and rolling over into the bread I just won. You know what I'm saying? That's just I would lay all that money out on the bed and we would have a good time, a ravaging good time. But I'm not saying that's neither here nor there. And to the children out there, that was talking about Twister or Uno. But
yeah, can't clean that up.
It can't clean that one. Can't. But yeah. So and anyways, and B-Guard, I own you still. Just letting you know that out there. Just keep my money coming in. Yo.
Wow. So that's what we're doing. We're closing out season 2.
Yeah, we're closing out season 2 and B-Guard being a host.
Shots fired.
Shots
fired. Okay. So, man, season 3 is going to be lit.
Season 3. No, I want to talk about the offseason. The offseason. And definitely we got to get Dimes on the podcast Wednesday. So make sure if you free Wednesday. If not, let us know when you can pre-record it so we can get you in here on the podcast, Dimes. Definitely got to hear what you got to say. Let's see. We got it. Let me see. He said ask people to call out. Oh, he calling out names too. Oh yeah. So make sure you guys tune into the podcast on Wednesday. He's definitely calling out some names. He said he got a list.
I bet he does.
Checking it twice.
I bet he does.
And I got news for you guys too. Okay, we didn't last season we had to sim the draft, right? This season we're gonna have to sim the draft again, for the simple fact that if we are to start the draft, and for some reason the servers crash in the middle of the draft, that is the end of the league. So I'm not gonna risk that. So I'm gonna give everybody ample time to set the draft boards, and we'll sim the draft like we did season one, just like we did season one. So for those of you guys wondering what's going on with the draft, we will be simming the draft again. And B-Guard, he said Twitter figures are as we speak. So, but yeah, definitely make sure you guys set your draft boards. You guys have time. We're gonna advance to re-signing shortly. Tomorrow we'll advance to the first stage of free agency. We'll advance to the rest of free agency on Friday, sim the draft and sim through preseason, and then we'll start season 3. So with that being said, I'll post a full schedule in the Discord. If you guys have any questions or if we need to adjust something, we'll adjust accordingly. But we never know what EA is going on. We got these servers dropping every day. PS5 has been stuck in week 16 since Friday. So we're gonna try to get. Hopefully they'll get them back up because they were up for maybe an hour. I scheduled my game, but then when it was time to play it, servers were back down. So, but we'll see what happens with that. But we're trying to get PS4 closed out for season 2 and into season 3 in the next few days. And
PS4 or PS5?
PS5. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
PS5. We don't have a PS4 league, but yeah, PS5. And shout out to everybody that joined PS5 too. Inglewood, Woody been in there. He like, man, I can't even get my game. And what's up with these servers? I'm like, bro, like PS5 it's EA. It's a lot going on. But we'll definitely get everything situated for you guys, and hopefully in the next few days they'll correct whatever needs to be corrected, and we can get this thing going. But as far as the off season for Xbox, we're about to advance to re-signing. Keep in mind, there will not be any more development trait regression. I'm going to turn it off because the regression phase has already happened. Okay, so any regression, you guys don't have to worry about any more regression until the season starts, and then we get to the end of next season, Super Bowl phase and stuff like that. But that's development regression. As far as player regression, once we advance, your players are going to age. Some players will retire. Some players' numbers will drop. Keep that in mind. Some guys will not meet ability thresholds anymore because they're aging out of those, those what they call those archetypes. So, just to keep that in mind, give you guys a quick heads up on that. Like I said, again, if you have any questions, feel free to inbox me. Dimes, Honcho, I'll be paying you at the conclusion of this stream so you guys will have your money and I don't have to worry about owing you guys anything. So we're going to send you guys that bread right away. And, anything you guys want to say in closing?
I mean, that was great showing by Dimes. Again, congratulations, season 2 winner. Again, like you mentioned, not surprising given how the game was going. And again, shout out to Huncho for representing the NFC, also coming away with some bread. So again, can't be too mad at that. One question that I did have, since it is getting kind of close to January, according to my calendar, is there any progression on the MUT tournaments, like the fast cash tournaments?
Okay, yeah, definitely. We'll get into that. Yeah, we'll be doing the fast cash tournaments. Those will start in the 3rd week of January, right? We're also working on something else that we're kind of working on, trying to put together a MUT league as well. It'll be a 16-man league, so it'll be limited space. If you guys are interested in participating in that, this is for the guys that are complaining, thinking that like if I had this, if I had that. For those guys crying like that, this is something for you. And if you suck in this, then you just suck ass. All right, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you to your face, you just suck ass, bro. It don't matter. You cried about having this and you still suck. A lot of you guys that was crying in the league talking about if I need set for league, we had the MUT tournaments, and half of you guys didn't even show up because you was scared. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Illuminati who signed up every week. Shout out to Wrangler. Shout out to those guys because you don't hear them dudes saying nothing. But a lot of dudes that were talking that talk like, oh, if I had this, then that. We had MUT tournaments. And you guys didn't show up. Where were you guys at then? So like I said, it is what it is. But we'll definitely have those things available for you guys going into 2023. So that's something you guys can look forward to as well. We just and the league will still be advancing as normal in 2023. Hopefully, you know what I mean with these servers, bro. I don't know. These flimsy. I don't know if the hamsters are tired. I don't know if it has something to do with the storms. I'm hearing it has a little to do with the storms. So I don't know, but it's a lot of natural things going on in the world, and I wish everybody the best if it's impacting you. But you know, it is what it is. But let's see. He said both Super Bowl had players with quarterback. Well, yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That's also why their teams cost more. So with that being said, congratulations to everybody that had a great season this year. If you made the playoffs, if you didn't make the playoffs, this is your opportunity now to start beginning that process to make the playoffs. It starts in the offseason. This is the most important component, in my opinion. There are 3 components in franchise that matter most. Is developing your teams, developing your youth, and getting a quarterback with over that 90 threshold. So once you do that, you shouldn't have any more problems. But it all starts with development, and this is the most important part of developing your team is the offseason. We're entering the offseason now on Xbox. Again, on PS5 side, I apologize to the PS5 guys. I apologize to the PS5 guys. You guys are they've been getting it. They've been dealing with it over there, man, because they haven't even been able to. They told the servers are up and the servers are down, but I'm hearing that something to be done in the next day or so. So hopefully they'll get it right and without killing all the leagues because everybody's being impacted by it. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. So with that being said, we're about to advance to re-sign, and let's get this thing started, man. I'm geeked. You ready, Philly? This is your season, Philly. This is it.
Yeah, man. I know. New year, new me. New
year,
new me.
Playoff Philly?
2023. New year, new me. 2023.
And to all the guys out there, like I said, we made what they call an amendment in the rule in regards to the X Factor quarterbacks. All teams, you'll be able during the offseason, you can decide which quarterback you want to be your X Factor quarterback. Well, even if you don't have a quarterback that's an X Factor quarterback now, you can choose which player on your team you want to be the X Factor quarterback. I mean, which quarterback, not just player. Somebody saying I want Jettis to be the quarterback or something. But definitely you guys can pick whatever player you draft or sign or trade for. As long as it's before the end of preseason, and you guys can get that done and taken care of, and you guys can have him as the X Factor quarterback. So hopefully that'll help some of you. To the rest of you, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, you're just in trouble. But you ready, Philly?
I'm ready, man.
Are you ready, Phoenix? Are you ready, man?
Ready.
No, I mean it's like you was here, you came in, you snuck the Lions, you almost snuck Taylor Made. It's go time. You got a chance to scout the NFC. I saw you looking like, the NFC looks pretty sweet over here. I like it.
Wait. That's not what we're No, that's not what we gonna do.
No, you know what? I got to second that. I saw the same thing, Brian James. It was in his eyes.
It was in his eyes. He was like, what team you got open? An AFC? He was like, NFC team? I said, AFC. He said, NFC team? I said, AFC. He said, NFC? I said, okay, I get what you're going with this.
Yeah.
NFC team. So he took an NFC team, and he's trying to see if he can meet one of you AFC juggernauts in the bowl. So we'll see if he can do it. I just put a target on his back. Great. Beat the mess out of Phoenix. I encourage you. I condone. Beat the crap out of Phoenix. It's matter of fact, I might even do like some type of bounty thing once a month or something, where if you beat the crap out of somebody that I deem worthy of beating the crap out of, you might get extra $25 or something.
$25.
No, I'm definitely anybody that beats Dimes this season, I'll give them $25 for beating him.
Oh,
he's the champion. You got to put a target on his back. Anybody that beats Dimes this season gets $25 for me right after the game.
Oh, good. See, it's not me now. Good. I'm glad about that.
Well, I mean, that sounds good and all, but not everybody gets to play Dimes, so you're gonna have to figure out some other incentives, for those of us that don't play Dimes, that aren't lucky enough to have that financial opportunity.
I'm just saying, man. He's a champion. You get out. You play the champ. You beat the champ. You should be rewarded for beating somebody that's good.
Right.
So I'll put if anybody else wants to match those bounties, feel free to join in. You know what I mean? But let's make things interesting for the next few seasons. So
You're gonna have everybody in the Discord literally adding everybody and you saying, I want a bounty on this guy, on Diggs, on Dimes, on on
I might
D,
even I might even all the Heat Diggs took yesterday, I might even put a bounty on him. You know, just if you guys want to beat Diggs, if you beat Diggs, I may even throw a reward on beating Diggs too, because everybody was capping, you know. But you know, and we'll address the whole Diggs situation too. A lot of people getting a lot of incorrect information being thrown around about Diggs. Is Diggs Spartan Pride? Yes, he is Spartan Pride. You know, the reason he was disqualified from the league last year, you know, it wasn't that he had multiple accounts in the league. It was the fact that he tried to do some malicious stuff and was caught doing so before he could. Thanks to set amount of players, you know, we got some juggernauts and gatekeepers within the league, because you know this league we've been around for how many 10, 15 years playing together, Philly on franchise.
Yeah.
So you know, you got dudes that love this league and they're gonna protect this league at all costs. And P's definitely one of them. That's why you see him going so hard in the chat. You know, Blaze is another one, Philly's another one, C-Jack's another one. T-Dot is not even in the league and he's still watching the stream, so you know that's another guy that's been down with us for years. That's still rocking with us. So these dudes love this. They love the league. They're going to do whatever it takes to protect it. They're going to do whatever it takes to protect the integrity of it. And I encourage that B guard. You know, they going, if you doing something out of line, they going to let you know, bro. Like they going to ride you. You know what I mean? If you want to be here in spite of doing, you try those things. And I told you, you can come back, but we watching you like a hawk. You know what I mean? So if you want to do those type of things, you got to take the heat that come with it sometimes. And that's that's just part of it. That's what you agreed to that's what he agreed to when he came back, was that you gotta be under the eye of scrutiny, you know, and that's just what it is. So if they're gonna ride him, but Diggs has been a model citizen this year. He hasn't done anything malicious, fugazi, or anything like that. But definitely, you know, like I said, we family here, and if anybody that comes in and tries to compromise what we're doing here as a family, the family gonna let you hear it. You know what I'm saying? We may not get along, but when it comes down to the unity of this league and the camaraderie and the brotherhood that we have, you know, dudes will go to war for that anytime. And I appreciate the guys that were doing that. You don't have to do that. I appreciate you doing it because I know it was out of love, it was out of good faith and things like that. But you know, you don't have to do it all the time. But I do. I get where you're coming from, and I appreciate the love and me not having to say certain things because dudes are willing to be the muscle for me in certain cases. And so definitely shout out to the guys that take that job as a gatekeeper within the Madden Underground and the WCMPO, NPO back in the day stuff that we used to do. You know, it shows the love that they have, struggling, different cats like that. Everybody, they gonna jump on your back. And I like I said, I appreciate you guys taking this seriously as your own and holding it dearly and nearly to your heart and pressing the issue in regards to somebody trying to compromise with anything that we got going on here. So, but yeah, so with that being said, we're about to advance and let's get it going, man. I'm ready. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm about to press the button right now. I'm about to push the button while we on.
I don't know, man. I mean, you gave us a lot to think about. You talk about we family, but then we got bounties on family members. What kind of family is this?
Hey, that's how my family is.
Are we, you know, we in some kind of, you know, undercover crime boss syndicate? Like, you know, what does MU really stand for?
Agent of Chaos, Brian James.
Hey, I love the chaos.
Does the M stand for mafia? Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got bounties on. You know, VA Dimes is just trying to make snowman with his family. You know
he just wants some money, man.
You putting bounties on him? You know he got to pay 90% of his earnings, you know, to the wife. You know she running the show, man. Yeah, now she gonna crack the whip on him even harder because now he got a bounty on his head. She's like, you know what? That's your money. That's my money. That's my money. So you can't be taking them L's. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to see Dimes get beat. I just want him to be able to play this game to be loved. All right, so just rethink the bounty, man. Just rethink the bounty.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying this because Dimes has got a list and you might be on that list? I hope I just like realize that.
See, here's the thing.
Hey, I can't wait to see this list Dimes got.
Here's the thing.
I need that list in advance so we can post it on the screen. And why?
I stay strapped. See, you coming in, you smiling, You know what I mean? You
Just
you
a
know
happy guy, man.
you being a pretty boy on screen, golden pipes on. No. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
All
Okay.
right.
You got to come strapped. Okay. He put a bounty on a Super Bowl winner. Okay. And then he just talked about what's been popping off for the last 48 hours in the server. Okay. So I don't know what you've been listening to. You are now part of the NFC.
You part of the league. You see what's going on. You see what's going on.
You better be ready because I promise you may not be on our list, but he gonna say something that's gonna make you think. You be like, wait a minute, was he talking about me? Yes, he was. So
I haven't. So in my defense, I have not said nothing bad.
No, you're not
said anything bad about Dimes.
You're not innocent, man.
I am innocent. Like, what have I said bad about Dimes?
Look, let me tell you what Dimes is gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna be talking to Dimes, and Dimes is gonna say, hey man, I didn't appreciate the color that Black Phoenix had on. He know I don't like that color. You know what I'm saying?
Gray?
He gonna take it personal.
You don't like
He gonna
gray?
take it personal. He gonna take
You
it
don't
personal.
like gray?
I'm just telling you, man. Look. I don't know what happens. He might be going through a midlife crisis. I don't know what it is. Okay.
See, there you go. See, that's the type of combos right there.
There you go.
You know what? Look. I'm telling you, I
stay.
stay strapped. Okay, I'm ready for the interview with VA Dimes.
Oh,
Brian James, he's got a big heart. But Dimes ain't there yet. He's not there yet. So I'm just telling you. Be ready, man. Be ready.
Wait, what do you mean not there yet? What does not there mean? Hold on, time out. Let's rewind that. What does not there mean?
What? Not where?
You said VA Dimes, you're not there yet. Like what does that mean?
Oh. No, he's trying to say that he's not on the podcast yet. He hasn't revealed the list.
Okay.
That's what he said. He
ain't
ain't saying that he hasn't arrived yet. No, Dimes made it to a live stage. Dimes has arrived a long time ago.
Spectacle. You gotta remember, man. He dubbed himself Thanos. You gotta think about. Go back and watch Infinity War and Endgame. Okay, you think about that. You think about that character. You think about, you should have gone for the head. You think about what it is that he's going to be saying. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I ain't got to think that hard, man. I don't have any reason to be on this list as far as I know. So on the other hand,
Phoenix.
It might just be literally Philly, maybe a little bit of Brian James, and then Philly once again.
Oh, it's okay. Like I said, I stay strapped. I'm ready for him. I'm ready. Dimes know.
All right. I like to see it. I love to see
it. Vigor said he's Fat Thor. I'm done, man. I'm done.
Dang, Vigor, you ain't.
Hey, that probably was.
Vigor, why?
Why, Vigor? Why?
Fat Thor.
Why, Vigor? Why?
He said he hasn't been able to shake the anxiety of not putting him down when he could. So, all right, we just advanced. Make sure you check it. We about to find out if your players retired, if your players fell out of that threshold to have certain abilities. Make sure you go check your teams. Check on your people. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Let me see. Actually, it doesn't seem like anybody retired.
No, I was about to do it right now.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
All right, now we re-sign. There we go. Review retirements. Ooh wee. Let me see. I only had one player retire. Okay, that's fine.
Brady finally retired? Oh, man.
Oh, damn. Wrangler. Damn.
Oh, he gonna jump. He's good.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Brady retired. It says AJ Green's retired. Chris Harris Jr., Cameron Hayward, Demario Davis, Nick Foles, Justin Pugh, Brady, Bobby Wagner, Ben Jones.
Brady and Bobby Wagner?
Brady and Bobby Wagner. He's jumping. CJ Goodwin, Prater, A-Rod retiring.
Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa!
Gone.
Wait! Whoa!
Well, I mean, Illuminati got all those abilities on his players anyway. So is he really gonna miss A-Rod?
That A-Rod makes a difference.
Oh my God! Aaron Rodgers retired.
Let's see. Dominican Sue, Akeem Hicks, Robbie Gold, Josh Harris, Quentin Spain, Star Latulele, Marcus Cannon, Mike Purcell, Tavon Austin, Trent Williams retires for Dimes. So that's big. Kessenberry, Nico Autry, Zerline, Kelvin Beach, and Tom Cobb. Cam Newton. Let's keep going down. Nobody else seems to be. Yeah, no other
Brady
big
and
names.
Bobby Wagner retired in the same season, bro.
Brady, Bobby Wagner, A-Rod, and Trent Williams. That's
Justin
gonna
Pugh,
be. Yeah.
Demario Davis for the Saints. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cameron Hayward for the Steelers. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Harris. Okay, we're okay. AJ Green, he'll live. Let's see what other teams.
Ooh, I'm interested for Illuminati now. This is gonna be interesting now that A-Rod's gone.
Trent Williams, Tavon Austin. That's gonna. Oh man, I'm surprised. I gotta see the regression, bro. I gotta see what this regression looking like. Man, because it's a lot of players. Where's didn't there used to be a regression list?
You gotta check the history.
Yeah, you gotta go player by player now. There used to be a list for regression.
History, man.
You could just see who regressed.
That's a private thing. That's a personal thing. Every coach and GM.
I just want to see. I want to see the quarterbacks. I'm gonna go to NFL and just sort by quarterbacks and see what quarterbacks took a step back. I know Russell Wilson. I want to see like the Russell Wilsons.
V-Guard saying no cap hit for V-Guard. Wow. I was hoping there'd be a cap hit too. Just, division rival and all now.
I see Burko talking. Burko is literally 4 points away from being able to do something with his quarterback. I'm trying to think who else.
Didn't Dak Dak's like what, 31 now, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't lose that much though.
No, he didn't lose that much. It's actually nobody really was hit that bad. Yeah, I didn't see anybody hit too bad like starter wise, but yeah, okay. Well, with that being said, good luck to everybody. We are re-signing now. I'll post a full schedule in the Discord, and I wish everybody the best of luck moving forward. Let's see. Yeah, wish everybody the best of luck moving forward. Thank you all for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. We'll be back next week, hopefully with the PS5 playoffs. We got to cover those guys' games. There's going to be a lot of great games, a lot of great matchups. We got a lot of new additions to the league. The league is actually going to be at full capacity for the first time since the beginning of season 1. So we got all 32 teams filled, or we will have all 32 teams filled, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm actually excited about PS5. I keep saying PS4, but PS5. And we'll see you guys next week. Not actually, next week.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah, next year.
So
Next year.
Happy New Year's to everybody, and hope it all works out for you. See you guys on the other side.